What's up, y'all? Here are all the food I ate, well, the ones I captured at least, during my stay in Puerto Rico at the Dorado beach, but also sort of around town. All right, let's check it out. To start it off is the welcome ice cream bar that they offer at the hotel when you get there. This was a guava ice cream. Then later that night, I ate by myself at Koa, which is a steakhouse on property as well. Here they give you some marmalade, butter, and breads, and this was a cilantro butter, which was my favorite of the three here. This is a deconstructed pina colada because they have no blender, and this is basically the foam. It's like coconut, and you whip it with your straw, and then it'll give it a creamy flavor. But this is like pineapple juice basically, and tequila or whatever it is. I think, or maybe rum. I think it's rum. And then a cherry, and then there's actually gold glitter on it. For my main dish, I actually got sides because I didn't want to eat too much. It was really late. So this was a Caesar salad with anchovies with a king crispy skin salmon. This is okay. I wish it was a little bit crispier. I really love that sauce though. That was a garlic champagne sauce. Oh, that's why you're saying it's like dry free. Oh, wow. For dessert, I got something I saw from another table because I thought it was super cute. It's served on a pillow. This is called the Lime Coconut Dream. And it has like crushed up almond cake on top. And it was like crispy and it worked really well with the coconut ice cream. And I just really enjoyed this. And it was just really aesthetic. And if you don't get dessert, you do get complimentary chocolate. My rating of Koa is 7 out of 10. They had great service, but the food was only okay for the price point. There's some good crudite, very expensive vegetables. They are farm fresh. Got radish, bell pepper. Ooh, this is a really nice way to cut bell pepper. And I also got some hummus. This was from La Cocina Gourmet, which is basically like a bougie market or like a place you could get sandwiches, salads, snacks. And this is mainly where we ate during our stay. So basically, if you're balling on a budget because you spent it on the hotel or you're there for work, this is where you gotta go eat. Next up is about Positivo Sandbar. This is a very romantic restaurant that's kind of like Japanese tapas. And I got a chance to eat here by myself and enjoy a good Sapporo. So that was very exciting. I was very much craving Asian food. Here we have some edamame. Pretty standard. I really like the salt on there. And then here was the chashu sam. And it's basically pork belly lettuce wrap with sam sauce. It's like a Korean and then Korean. It's like a Korean. It's a Korean dish. And it comes with a side of kimchi. Oh, hell yeah. Try the kimchi. Very sour. But yeah, this pork belly is so good. It's so fat. This next dish was recommended from the restaurant. This is, I think, the firecracker, which is a spicy tartare with avocado to tempura roll, spicy mayo, hot sauce, and sweet soy, and it basically has tuna on top. And I had to eat it relatively fast because the lady was like, there's a lot of birds here, and they will definitely try to steal your salmon or your tuna, your fish. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I kid you not, I swear to God, like there was 3 chairs in front of me open, and like, you see one here? There was like the other 2 chairs. There's also 2 other birds. They were like plotting to steal my food. Positivo, 9 out of 10 for Asian fusion and beautiful scenery. And back to Koa we go. We got some breakfast at Koa. They have a different menu. What I got was a sancocho de la abuela, which is basically like a beef stew. And my friend Court got the avocado toast. And we also got this like churro waffle. The churro waffle was super sweet, but I really liked the stew. I actually really liked the breakfast more than I liked the dinner. So 9 out of 10 for Koa breakfast. Okay, so now it's time to cover outside food from off-site locations. This is at La Central in the T-Mobile district by the Puerto Rico Convention Center. And I actually covered this in a different video, so I'm not going to go too in depth, but I really like the drinks here. I wasn't super blown away by La Central, but overall I think the ambiance is great. The drinks are great, but the food and dessert were only okay, so I'd say it's a good 6 out of 10. For one of the activities that we offered our attendees, it was a food tour of Old San Juan. And this was the lunch that was offered. I got to eat a little bit of it. Had some beans, some sausage, and some pork over rice. And this was a side of soursop juice. And you could also get fresh coconut there. And it was kind of a cool experience. Like, it wasn't super fancy, but it was a taste of Puerto Rico. On another stop in the food tour, we got to try this Indian Puerto Rican fusion dish. For our appetizer, we had a snapper pakora and an empanada. It was very good. I was very hungry. The chutney and the Indian fusion component of it was very strong. I think a really good way to really immerse yourself or try to immerse yourself in a new cultural experience is to try the food, local foods, and going on a food tour would really expedite that process. So 10 out of 10 would recommend a food tour. So this next place was like a only breakfast place that was kind of open really early, but I was very happy to find it. It's called La Pradera, and here I got a Mallorca, and a Mallorca is like a sweet bread roll, and in here at this restaurant they make it with ham and cheese and egg, and that's like one of my favorite. Like ham and cheese is my fave. Oh my god, this thing was so good. It was so sweet. It was perfect toasted, and I also got this like tamarind juice, and it was just so delicious. They were so nice here, and honestly, like I was so happy I found it. And anyway, check out La Pradera, and for sure get that Mallorca. So that was the gist of what I ate while I was in Puerto Rico. Luckily, honestly, like I got to try some cool things. I mean, it wasn't like everything I wanted to try or anything I really want to try, but I was just happy that I didn't have to rely on room service, which happens a lot on when we go to these type of events for work. So I was lucky to be able to explore. I gave myself a day. Clearly that wasn't enough to really try the foods I wanted, but I'm so grateful. And thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.